नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़ऊज़ बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली रब्बि यस्सिर व ला तुअस्सिर व तम्मिम बिल खैर रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा आमीन या रब्बिल आलमीन। अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। In the series of lectures, or in this class today, we have come at the point of the definite noun with al. Al-ismul mu'arraf bi alif lam al. Basically, this was the starting from wusatul ismu, the capacity of noun, where we learned the definite and indefinite nouns, nakra and marfa, asma. So nakra, just on the board, all these nouns are nakra in their position, and from the nakra we make marfa, means from the indefinite noun we make definite nouns. In this connection, the definite noun marfa was divided into several categories, as the first category what we learned was ismul alam, and then we learned pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, relative pronouns, asmaul ishara, asmaul mosula, and zamair. So in the very last, this is the topic al ismul muarraf bi alif lam al, means with this al, this is the prefix of two letters, alif lam prefix, which is added in the starting of the word that becomes indefinite to definite. So in this connection, one and other point what we have to discuss, we have learned all these things in our previous class, but this is the repetition, or when we have reached this point, again we want to introduce, we want to glance over some of the points to go ahead. So you know the alphabet alif to ya, these 29 letters were divided into two of the parts. One part of the moon letters, and another part was the sun letters, lunar letters and the solar letters, hurufe kamari and hurufe shamsi. So in this connection, what was the position of these hurufe kamari and hurufe shamsi? Basically, when the indefinite noun is made with al, sometimes this la al is not pronounced, and sometimes it is la is pronounced. So where la is pronounced and where la is not pronounced, in this situation these 28 or 9 letters of huruful hija were divided into two of the parts, moon letters and sun letters, lunar letters or solar letters. So in this connection, this lam kamariya, the lunar letters, some of the examples from nakra which we are just going to make marfa. So the one is Kamarun, moon, Kamarun. All nakra has tanween, dama tanween, two harakat. So this is the marfu or rafa position of a word which becomes nakra. Kamarun, kitabun, madrasatun, mudarrisun, ustazun, waladun, rajulun, bintun, like this. All these are mirwahatun, the babun, dajajatun, kalamun. So all these are the nakra nouns. Now suppose we are making these nakra indefinite nouns, converting, turning to into marfa. Only we have to add al with these. Al kamaru. Now from tanween, two of the haraka, one is removed, only dhamma or rafa will be there. So this all double haraka is removed with giving this al. Al is used here for making this proper noun. Al is used here with a proper noun. So this al is equivalent of the in English language. So again, if we say al kamaru, then the translation would be the moon, al kitabu, the book. Here, just like this. Al kitabu, the book. School, the school. Al madrasatu, al mudarrisu, the teacher. Al ustazu, the teacher. One thing what we explained, that in huruf-e kamariya, in kamari huruf, in lunar lam, this lam is produced, this lam is pronounced like al kamaru. Here we say al kamaru, al kitabu, al kalamu. Al is used here, al is pronounced, al is produced. So al is uttered. In this connection, when we come to the solar lam shamsiya, the sun letters, with sun letters, the al is used here, make again marfa, making marfa from indefinite to definite. We have to put al again here. Al is used with these. Allaibun, just like this. So when al is used here with these, again tanween is removed into single dhamma or rafa. Single rafa means harkat, single harkat. The original form kitabun is the marfu position of the word, original form, original case, and always this is the case which is changes into others from mu'arab or mabni, whether it is changed or not, but the position is marfu here. So when we say al shamsu, this becomes the sun, the student, al talibu, the shajar, al shajaratu, the tree, the sky, as-samau. When al is used here, the pronunciation will be ash-shamsu, ash-shamsu, at-talibu, ash-shajara, shajaratu, as-samau, Allaibu. So Allaibu. So in this connection, al is not produced or pronounced here with a solar lam or sun letters. And in our previous lectures, in our previous classes, if you go through, then we have divided all which are the sun letters. There's the category we have written, and which are the moon letters we have written, and with examples we have clarified this, we have learned. So in this connection, this was the first example and some of other points which we have to learn with Arab, with these harakat, tanween and other points. So let's go to ahead. Yes, please. This is another topic, Asmaul Mabni wa Mu'arab. Indeclinable and declinable nouns means some of the nouns which are changed in their positions, changeable, and some of the nouns which are not changed in their positions, unchangeable. So in Arabic, Al-Asmaul Mabni wal Mu'arab means indeclinable and declinable nouns have are divided into two of the parts. One are Mabni and another part is Mu'arab. Mabni is indeclinable, means unchangeable. It is not changed in their cases, in their positions. It is not influenced by any word or situation to change its form. However, Mu'arab is declinable, means changeable. Mu'arab word, a noun, is changed its position by various forms. So which are the forms, which are the positions, which are the situations, we have to differentiate between the two. However, this is the topic which we have learned already in our previous classes. If you go to the previous clips or the topics, you will find Mu'arab and Mabni. So first, Mabni. Suppose this is a word Musa, a noun. Isa is another noun. And Taqwa, Sughra, Kubra, many of the nouns are adjectives. They are not changed when they are used as a subject, when they are used as an object, or when they are influenced by any preposition or any particle. Because you know, when 17 preposition we have studied in our previous classes, when these Bao, Tau, Kafu, Lamu, Wow, Munzu, Muskala, Rubba, Hasha, An, Ala, Fi, Ada, An, Ala, Fi, Ada, so whatever these 17 other prepositions and huruf which are nasab, they give nasab of their noun, coming noun, and inna, anna, ka anna, laita, lakinna, these are the words. Nasabul words are the words which give nasab to the coming noun. With all these particles, when they are used, they do not change their positions. So not only these words, but there are zamair, all pronouns which are not changed in their positions, whether subject, whether object, an object, whether influenced by preposition, whatever the position, but they are not changed. But they have their positions. When we zamir munfasil use, zamair munfasila means it is the detached pronoun, not attached. It is the separate pronoun. When we and which are those? Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. These are the detached pronouns, separate pronouns, and they when they are used, they do not change with any position, with any influenced word or situation. They are not changed. And when we talk about attached pronoun, who, huma, hum, and ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ke, kuma, kunna, ya, na, these are the attached pronouns. They also do not change their position. Means zamair do not change their position. Now, if we go ahead, demonstrative pronoun are the part of zamair, asmaul, ishara, hada, hazane, hazaini, hazane, hazaini, haulai, hazihi, hazihi, hatani, hataini, haulai, the same. So, in two of the positions, when it is a hazani, hazain, they have their own positions, but they do not change other positions. In dual system, they have their own two positions in demonstrative pronouns. And even in relative pronouns, when we talk about relative, allazi, allazani, allazaine, allazina, allati, allatane, allataini, allati, allavati, allai, when these relative pronouns are used, they have no any changing. When they are used as a subject, as an object, or as a preposition or majroor situation, they are not changed. So this is mabni. This is all about mabni. But when we talk about mu'arab, they change. They change their positions. They decline their positions. They decline their positions, and mu'arab is further divided into two of the parts. Which are they? Suppose two of the parts. Which are they here? One is munsarif and another is ghair munsarif. So these are the two positions of mu'arab noun. Mu'arab noun in its positions, whether munsarif or ghair munsarif. When we talk about munsarif, it is changed into the three cases as three positions. Means we have the noun Muhammadun. It is changed into Muhammadan or Muhammadin into three. Single haraka, we say Allahu, Allah, Allahi, Tallahi, Wallahi. And munsarif means mu'arab. We have learned in our previous classes as well. This is again the repetition of this because this topic has come and we have to give some of the examples. So munsarif is called when there is the marfu position, there is mansub position, and there is majrur position. Have there three of the positions, whether marfu, whether mansub, whether majrur, with jar, with nasab, with rafa position. It is munsarif. When we have ghair munsarif, it has got only two of the positions. Suppose we say the word Ibrahimu. Ibrahimu and Ibrahima. This Ibrahimu has a marfu position with rafa, and it is at the subject used, while This is as the subject, this is as an object, and this is majroor position at jar position. So like the same, this is at subject position as a file. Ibrahim is used. When mansub is used, it is at the place of accusative, at the place of object, objective case, Ibrahima. And the same majroor, jar position has the same Ibrahima. Accusative and genitive, these are the two positions. And it is mu'arab, which is divided into munsarif and ghair munsarif. So, many of the words which are ghair munsarif have two positions. First marfu and other accusative and genitive. Means mansub and majroor, two of the positions. So here, if you further want to study, want to learn, you may go the previous classes and you will find all these with deep explanation. You will find all the explanations there. And now here, let's go to the next topic. Yes, so this is another example which is very important to be learned, and this is also the part of Wusatul Ismu, and this is the vocative particle harf nida. The vocative particle harf nida is divided into two of the parts. One is nida and another is monada. Nida and monada. Harf nida is called the particle of calling. It is almost ya is used here, and al ismul monada, nida and monada, there is the word monada is used, the one being called. So ya ismul tanween, ya ismul tanween, this is to be understood. Here ya plus ismul tanween waladun. This is the construction when dun, tanween, marfu is made for nakra. As ya is used before nakra, this tanween is removed, this tanween is dropped, and single rafa or dama position is made. Ya plus waladun is equal to ya waladu. One tanween is dropped, one harkat rafa is dropped, and only single dhamma or rafa is made. Ya waladun. Ya plus zaidun. Zaidun is a noun, and when it is made ya zaidun. Ya zaidun. Here ya waladun, oh boy, oh boy, and ya zaidun, oh zaidun, oh zaidun. The word of exclamation is used before the noun nakra, and the tanween is goes nakra or marfa, but tanween is goes and tanween is dropped. Only one dama or fada is used for ya. So this is the point. And another point is ya with masculine and feminine noun made with al. Remember this point. You know, masculine and feminine points from nakra to marfa, indefinite to definite, we have learned now. So those nouns when are called upon, when there's exclamation with those ya, when harf nida is there, when harf nida particle is there, then remember that if there is marfa with al, then the word ayyuha with mudhakkar masculine is used, and ayyatuha with muannas feminine is used. Between the words, between nida and munada, but munada must be marfa with al, then ayyuha or ayyatuha is used. Look at the examples. Ya ayyuhan nabiyyu. There's al. Ya ayyuhal insanu. There's al. Ya ayyuhal kafirun. Ayyuhal kafirun. Kul ya ayyuhal kafirun. Al is there. Ya ayyuhan nasu. Ya ayyuhan nasu. Al is here. In this connection, all these examples are masculine. If we go to the muannas, feminine, then ya ayyatuhan nisa'u. Ya ayyatuhan nisa'u. Al is here again. Ya ayyatuhal bintu. Al is here. Ya ayyatuhal imrat. Imrat. So in this connection, this is the point that when marfa is made with al from nakra, means indefinite, to definite is made, and ya is kept before it for nida, and the noun becomes monada, then there is the word between nida and monada, that is ayyuha or ayyatuha, respectively for masculine and feminine. So some more other points, let's go. Yes, please. One and other point which is also very essential, this is from murakkabe izafi. This is from compound. However, in coming classes we have to learn this compound, but as we have to learn this vocative particle and ismul monada, nida and monada, so it is compulsory to learn this point with this topic. In this connection, what happens in murakkabe izafi, there are two parts. One is mudafu and another is mudaf ilay. Mudaf ilay becomes murakkabe idafi. So this mudaf has rafa position always. Mudaf has rafa position always, and mudaf ilay has kasra position, jar position always. So abdu means slave of Allah. Slave of Allah. So in this connection, Rasulullahi, the messenger of Allah. This is mudaf, and Allah mudaf ilay. You see mudaf ilay here is in jar position, kasra position. Mudaf ilay here is jar position. Again mudaf ilay is here jar position. In this connection, this nabiyye, mudaf ilay is here is in jar position. And when we are talking about mudaf, here we are concerned with this mudaf. So mudaf is on rafa position, dama position. On mudaf there is dama, there's rafa. This rafa on mudaf, and we have to learn this situation in vocative case, in vocative particle, in ismul monada. So this is the position. Ya is haraf monada, haraf nida. Ya is haraf nida. When after ya murakkabe izafi comes, muzaf goes into the nasab position. Muzaf goes to the mansub position. So suppose we say here ya Abdullahi, this du becomes da. Ya Abdullahi, the nasab position is here. Muzaf goes into the nasab position. Ya Rasulallahi, Rasulullahi goes into nasab position. In this connection, here is nisa'un nabiyye. Ya nisa'an nabiyye. Ya nisa'an nabiyye. Ya, here's bintu Khalidi. Ya binta Khalidi. Ya binta Khalidi. So in this position, when ya is used before mudaf mudaf ilayh, before murakkab izafi, mudaf rafa position changes into nasab position. So this was the point, and some of other points are remaining bad in later classes. We'll inshallah learn. Today we end our class here. Jazakallahu khaira.